Rockford's only memorial to women. The Rockford Women's Suffrage Plaza steering community welcomes a new work of art in honor of Women's History Month. 13 organizations came together to fundraise and create a celebration of the centennial of women's suffrage in the ratification of the 19th U.S. Constitutional Amendment. They welcomed a first-of-its-kind sculpture honoring women in northern Illinois. The art was designed by mosaic artist Susan Burton and pieced together by more than 200 local volunteers during the COVID pandemic.
Well, hopefully the emotional impact is, hey, somebody did something for me so that I can stand here and admire this and learn about history, and history can come alive.